Have you ever gotten your paycheck, gone through all your bills, and then stared at your bank account and thought, wait, where did all my money go? If you've ever felt that sinking feeling, you are not alone. Millions of people live paycheck to paycheck, even when they earn enough to cover their basic needs comfortably. And the crazy part? Most of us don't even notice why it happens until the problem feels like it's out of our control. My name's Jonathan, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people's money disappears faster than it arrives. If you're someone who gets paid, pays bills, and still has nothing left at the end of the month, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing. Most people think the problem is income, that if they just made a little more money, suddenly they'd be fine. But here's what most people don't realize. It's not how much you make, it's what happens to your money the moment it hits your account. It's a combination of habits, psychology, and small expenses that quietly steal hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every month. And by the time the month is over, your paycheck feels like it vanished into thin air. Let's break this down with some real numbers. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American household spends about 60% of their income on fixed expenses. Rent, utilities, car payments. These are the bills you can't really skip. So let's say you make $4,000 a month. That's a decent paycheck. But out of that, $1,200 goes to rent, $400 to a car payment, $200 to utilities. That's $1,800 gone before you even think about groceries, gas, or anything else. Suddenly, your $4,000 feels like $2,200 in real usable cash. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people completely underestimate how small daily spending adds up. Take something simple, like coffee. Let's say you buy a $5 latte every day. Sounds harmless, right? $5. But $5 a day is $150 a month, $1,800 a year. And that's just coffee. Throw in a $15 lunch 3 times a week, a $10 streaming subscription, Uber rides here and there, occasional drinks with friends. Suddenly, your leftover $2,200 is really closer to $1,900. And that's without accounting for unexpected expenses. And here's the kicker. Our brains are wired in ways that make this problem worse. Humans are designed to avoid pain and seek pleasure. Spending money gives immediate gratification, a little hit of dopamine. Budgeting, not so much. Writing down every expense or thinking about cutting back feels boring, stressful, or even painful. That's why we repeatedly spend money on small things, thinking they're insignificant, and then we're shocked when nothing is left at the end of the month. A study from the American Psychological Association found that people consistently underestimate how much their small daily purchases add up. It's called mental accounting, and it's why your money feels like it disappears out of nowhere. Now, let's talk about another silent thief. Automatic deductions and taxes. Most people don't realize how much of their paycheck is being eaten before it even hits their account. If you make $4,000, about $800 goes to federal and state taxes. Health insurance, $300. Retirement contributions, $200. That's $1,300 gone automatically, leaving you with $2,700 to pay bills and live your life. And remember, 60% of that $2,700 is already committed to rent, utilities, and your car. Suddenly, the math looks a lot tighter, and this is why so many people feel like they're broke, even when they technically earn enough. But here's the part most people overlook. Psychology doesn't stop at spending habits. Lifestyle inflation plays a huge role. People often say, when I make more, I'll save more. But in reality, they often spend more as their income increases. Got a raise? Suddenly your rent feels like it can handle a slightly nicer apartment. Your car feels like it can handle a slightly fancier model. Maybe that daily coffee now becomes a specialty latte, and those little extras keep stacking up. The more you make, the more you spend, and the paycheck to paycheck cycle continues. Let's get real with another example. Say you make $4,000 a month and spend $1,800 on fixed bills, $150 on coffee, $150 on lunches, $50 on subscriptions, $100 on gas, and $200 on other small miscellaneous expenses. That's $2,450 spent in addition to your fixed bills. Add taxes and automatic deductions, another $1,300, and suddenly your $4,000 paycheck leaves you with nothing. And if you had any emergencies, like a $500 car repair or medical bill, you're now scrambling even more. That's why living paycheck to paycheck is often not about irresponsibility. It's about invisible leaks and psychological traps that no one teaches you about. Now, you might be thinking, Jonathan, this is all common sense, just spend less. But here's the problem with that advice. It ignores human psychology. It ignores how much decision fatigue we have around money. Every day you're making dozens of small spending choices, and your brain gets tired. That's why automated solutions work so well. When you remove friction, when you take money out automatically for savings or investments, you remove the temptation to spend it. It's like putting your money on autopilot so your future self doesn't have to argue with your present self every day. So, what can you actually do? First, track everything for a month. Write down every single dollar that leaves your account, no matter how small. You'll be surprised at how much you're underestimating things like coffee, snacks, convenience fees, and small online purchases. Most people find $200 to $500 of invisible spending they didn't even realize was draining their account. Second, automate savings first. Take out 10% or more of your paycheck immediately when it comes in. Don't wait until the end of the month. When you pay yourself first, the rest of the money is what you actually have to work with, and it forces you to make conscious choices about the rest. Third, question recurring costs. Subscriptions, memberships, apps you don't use. Ask yourself, do I really need this? The average American household spends $237 on subscription services alone. Cancel the ones you don't use. That's almost $3,000 a year you didn't realize you were wasting. Fourth, plan for the invisible taxes. Understand how much actually leaves your paycheck in taxes, insurance, and retirement contributions. Treat that portion as non-negotiable expenses, like bills. When you see the full picture, you stop being shocked when the money disappears. And fifth, avoid lifestyle inflation traps. Instead of upgrading your lifestyle with every raise, consider keeping your spending constant and using the extra income to save or invest. Even small changes in your behavior can lead to big results over time. Here's the good news. People who track their money, automate savings, and cut small leaks can free up hundreds, even thousands of dollars a year without feeling deprived. It's all about awareness, strategy, and building habits that work with your psychology, not against it. So, if you're tired of getting paid, paying bills, and having nothing left, start by noticing the invisible drains on your money. Track everything, automate your savings, and question your spending habits. It's not magic, it's strategy, awareness, and using human psychology to your advantage. If this video opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button and comment below. What's one expense you're going to start tracking this month to stop your paycheck from disappearing? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.